I know not the result that you personally wanted in Spa last time out, but what can you and the team take from George's performance and seemingly how much closer the team was to Ferrari over a race distance?
Yeah, George did a great job in the last race, as he continues to do during the year. Yeah, we were definitely surprised. We were always surprised when we get in the race. We seem to be a lot closer for whatever reason. It's definitely tough because obviously I think I probably could have come second in the last race if I'd done the job I was supposed to do. So, but you live and you learn, and we don't have the pace naturally over a single lap. That's something that we're trying to work on. But race pace is definitely key in some places, and so I'm thinking we just got to keep on working on it, not lose our race potential, but try and improve our single lap.
Second, the potential for you in that Grand Prix means that's definitely ahead of one of the Red Bulls. Is there still that confidence within you and the team that you can get that win before the end of this season?
Yes, of course. In the last weekend, it definitely didn't look good in that. All that confidence that we kind of built over 5 races, kind of, it was like 2 steps forward and 5 back kind of feeling. But I think it was maybe a one-off, particularly with that track. And so yeah, I'm definitely hoping. I think it's going to be hard to beat the Red Bulls. So you're going to it's going to need some sort of something to come in the way, probably to open up, create the opportunity. But that's always possible. So we'll see.
Back in P2 in the championship, P2 in the Grand Prix in Spa. It was a great weekend for the team. But I know you're still not quite where you want to be with the car. How difficult does it make going into the Grand Prix knowing that it's not quite where you need it to be?
Yeah, I certainly know. We're working. I was on the simulator already on Tuesday, trying to understand everything from the weekend. And I really hope we can do another step, and fight for the victory this weekend.
Is there any difference between yours and Max's car, or is it simply his driving style can maybe extract more from?
Yeah, there are small differences across cars. I think it's more that he's certainly more comfortable with the car at the moment than what I had at the beginning of the season.
Everyone's bringing upgrades still into this season. As we understand it, you might have an upgrade, quite a big one for Singapore. Is there still that plan in place?
For now, yes, but things are evolving and we are constantly bringing things to the car weekend by weekend.
Okay, and for this weekend, confidence that you'll have the advantage over the other teams that you did last time out?
I think it's going to be different to how Belgium was. I think definitely there will be a difference across teams, and I expect Ferrari, Mercedes to be a lot closer to us and more competitive, so the field will be a lot bunched together.
Daniel.
I kind of I allow myself to kind of analyze it and be a little down about it after the race, and let's say Sunday. But I'm like, once I wake up Monday, it's like, okay, race week, it's a fresh start, and let's kind of. I think the main thing I'll address to fans is that I still want to do it. But that
very few people would expect to see you take a sabbatical, but fewer still would expect to see you take a backward step to a team that wasn't able to fight for podiums or race wins. And I know last week you said IndyCar wasn't an option for you, but if an opportunity was to come up with a team in that championship that could fight for podiums, could fight for victories, let's say on a part-time season basis where you didn't have to do ovals, would that be something that you might consider?
Did I tell you ovals scare me? They do look scary. So, look, I would say currently, I probably still see myself as more of a fan of Indy. Look, it's maybe even not necessarily that I'm not interested in it. I think there is some, but it's more, I still feel like there's unfinished business here. And yes, I'm proud of what I've done in the sport, but I still feel like there's a little more Daniel here in F1. So I think that's where I've kind of got, and not in a overconfidence way, but that's where I've got blinkers on for F1 still, and try and still make it right or make it work here before I invest, let's say, time into something else.
Seb, great race in Spa. How much did you enjoy that fight back through the field, the great battles that you had out there?
Yeah, I did enjoy. Obviously, we had a good opening lap, and I think it's really testimony to the fact that we need to have a better starting position. We benefit, obviously, on the people who had the penalty, But then we had decent speed to stay there, and reasonable race pace. So I think our secret, or the secret for this weekend, will be to manage qualifying better and just qualify higher up. That seems to be our Achilles heel so far this year. We'll try a couple of things and hopefully do better.
The team's got a much better finishing record than the teams that are around you, or certainly ahead of you in the World Championship. How do you strike to be ahead of them? How do you make those points-paying positions just edge up that little bit to take that fight to them?
Well, as I said, the key will be to qualify higher up. Then Sunday is more relaxed in a way, or we don't have to fight within that sort of back of the midfield train to get out of it, and that can take up to the whole race, and you don't really make progress. So if starting further up, I think will be the key. In race pace, I think there's just more things that also I feel I can do. In qualify, you're just more or less a sitting duck on given the pace of your car. So that will be the key, to understand that further and squeeze more out of our package.